Hey everybody! Okay, so I received a comment on one of my last videos, one of my Dear Venus videos, from Santi270, basically asking me to do a video about keeping organized. And this is something that a lot of creative people really struggle with, and I am the exact same way. Maintaining focus and staying on task and being organized has been really, really hard for me pretty much my whole life. So this was my first planner that I got a couple years ago in order to, oh, actually it's 2015. Okay, so this is early 2015. And you can see like one of my things that I do a lot in order to keep my planner sort of up to date and really sort of on in my life is to decorate it obsessively. I collect stickers and I just kind of went all out. I used paint pens here. The back, I've got, you know, all of this kind of stuff. And inside is, I mean, it's pretty much a normal planner. And I didn't use it very much. You can see, I mean, I did this. But yeah, it's mostly blank, you know? And as much as I enjoyed decorating it, this wasn't the one for me. So the next year I got this. Now this is a regular like at a glance 2016 calendar. I got like Staples for like $7. It was not expensive at all. And it, I swear to God, you guys, those Erin Condren like life planner things, I'm sure they're great, but they're like $75. Who literally who has the money? So this one I haven't decorated like this, but what I found is that I really enjoyed decorating the inside. And so, you know, just taking a time, and that's really what it was taking the time and out of my day to work on it. And like, here's a good example of like a page where I didn't skimp on it. And like Tuesday, let's see, I didn't put anything in here. Oops, you can't see. You can't really see anything for Tuesday. I didn't have anything for the 19th, so I just drew a picture there. And that, it created like such a beautiful canvas, and it made me care about checking my planner and want to come back. And I've got other ones like this, and you know, little things. I guess, there we go. Yeah, it's just taking the time to decorate it was almost like meditating on my day and my schedule. It was very, very relaxing for me to be able to sort of focus and spend something, just make it part of something that I enjoy, you know? But this one, ultimately, I didn't like it as much. And so these two formats didn't really go for me. This is what worked for me. It's a notebook. Pretty sure I got it for free. I think they're like $1 at the dollar store. This is my everything notebook, and I have found in general it is really hard for me to sort of work within the confining nature of a planner, which is ridiculous, but I'm just trying to go with what works for me. And so my first advice is to kind of find a loose format that you like. And that's kind of what I did. So you can see like December, it's my daughter's birthday. You know, I generally have a to-do list here, a grocery list, I often like to put like the weather here of like, what's the weather like? This is kind of embarrassing because gosh, I don't want you guys to see all my like embarrassing stuff, because this isn't perfect. And I think this is really, really important for you guys to, if you get anything from this, it's that it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to look awesome, because honestly, I was stressing about this so much when I was like, oh, this doesn't match this, and oh gosh, that looks like I ran out of ink there, and blah, 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 blah. But when I go back and I see this, I really, really like it. I really do. Really just like looking at everything, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember when I had that week, and I do remember when that got canceled, and I remember feeling like that. Yeah. This is the time I had a massive pimple and I was super upset about it. If you find that you are having health problems, one of the best things I can tell you is that, yeah, I remember now that on December 14th, I had a massive headache and all of my symptoms. So if you have chronic headaches, you can go back and finally go, yeah, I guess that is where that started. Yeah. So yeah. So this was yesterday. You can sort of see I had filming and my checklist of my film and my grocery list. I draw like a paper bag over it. And here is really important too. You can't really see it, so I'm gonna like move it up here. Crap. Can you see it? Yes, okay. This is something that is really important to me because this is where I talk about how I felt today. And again, you don't have to do this. This is just the way I like it. And I like have a little blurb about, you know, what was up? What was I doing? How was I feeling? And you can start to see patterns of like, wow, I seem to get stressed at this point in the week or whatever. But it kind of makes it a planner and a journal all in one. This is today. I haven't done much with it, mainly because I started this last night. This is my to-do list. So I had the notebook tutorial. Good job, Maggie, did that. And I did, in fact, tidy my office, so pat on the back to me. And then Calliope Assets and UI. UI stands for user interface. I have not done that yet. And yeah, let's see, what was today? Today was partly cloudy. See, I'm gonna stop here for a minute and point something out. So I notice, and my brain is definitely noticing, that these are two different pens here. I really don't like that this pen here doesn't look like this. And I tend to have a problem where if something is just a smidgen out of place, I will scrap a day, like completely like, and the same with planners. Like I've noticed that if I miss a day or I miss, what happened with this one is that I got sick, right? I got sick. I didn't put anything in it for like a week. And then I just fell out of doing it because I was like, well, it's ruined now. I can't go back. Like, what's the point of going back to fill it in? That's silly. It's almost like cheating. And then I stopped. And I cannot express to you guys how important it is for you to be forgiving and compassionate to yourself when you mess up, because you will mess up. And it's okay. Really, the worst thing you can do is fully give up altogether and just go, well, I suck at this. I can't do this anymore. And just get really down on yourself. Be forgiving, be compassionate, and it's okay when you mess up. It's okay when, you know, your pen doesn't look properly exactly right. Here, like, to give you an example, I don't want you guys to think like I did this all super great, because here's a tip. Do not date ahead of where you are, because what happens is the second I started putting the date, up here, I suddenly like stopped doing it. So I have this huge gap of like, this was April. I mean, come on, you guys, I did it. And this kind of thing drives me absolutely crazy, where I used it for a meeting and like I didn't have my own personal pen. So I was using somebody else's pen and it was running out of ink, and I was so angry. I was like, this looks horrible, and the fact that it looks horrible makes me want to just rip this out. In fact, I am gonna rip it out. But yeah, this is not a perfect system, because I'm not perfect, and that's okay. I don't recommend like putting the date up, or you know, if you're gonna do that, do it in pencil, because it kind of set me up. It set me up to fail, and I was super bummed about it, and I felt afterwards, and it made me avoid my planner after I did that. And I know for some people that really does sound just totally nuts, but if you have a problem, if you have a lot of anxiety about keeping organized, I'm sure you totally know what I'm talking about. So some of you might say, but Maggie, I don't really know what to doodle. I don't know what to do. You can change it, and you can even, let's see if I can find where I've done this. Hey, there are some blank pages in your notebook, and that's okay. I made sure to actually write myself like really positive, sort of self-affirming messages that helped me really feel confident. And I know it might sound silly, but it's sort of what I needed in order to not freak out when there were blank pages in here. Some days, there just wasn't a lot going on. Half the pages, great. And other days, like it didn't look the way I wanted it to. This was Christmas Eve. I was busy, I had other stuff I wanted to do. It's not a big deal. It was Christmas Day. I saw Star Wars and hung out. I ate dinner. Not a lot going on. It was a very relaxing day. And it's just okay that there's not as much decoration on this page. It's okay. If you need someone to give you permission to kind of have a shitty page in your planner, just have a shitty page in your planner. It's okay. Christmas page, just literally bullshit, just nothing. And yeah, but other days were great. Other days I had a little assistant person telling me all about, all the stuff I had to do today, and I felt good. And I had this for dinner. I also did things like this. These are all food ideas of things. Sometimes I really struggle to what am I gonna make for dinner? I don't even know. I'm out of ideas. And these are all ideas of things that myself and my family like to eat, and things I want to attempt to make, and just like me and a little Cooking Mama apron, just that sort of thing. I thought that was very helpful. I did a Christmas bucket list of things we wanted to do for Christmas. And I actually I have really cute stationery that I sort of collect, maybe a little obsessively. And I taped it in here with our list of all the Christmas movies we wanted to watch. And I missed Die Hard, but still, I was still able to keep this all organized. Honestly, organization it can be really hard if you're not raised to figure out how to do it. It can be really intimidating, and you're gonna mess up. But it's still okay to mess up, and it doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean that you're a shitty person. It just means that getting organized is kind of like stretching a muscle or flexing a muscle that you've never flexed before. And it's all about habituating it, making it into a habit. Also, food for that, I totally recommend getting a bunch of these cool, big, thick, what are these called? Help me out, guys. It's not a safety pin. Shit. Paper clip. It's a paper clip. It's a paper clip. Let's say you're halfway through your notebook. You just take a bunch of these, do that, and then when you close it, you can see exactly where you are, and it just opens right to it. And it makes it super easy to find it. You're not flipping through pages randomly, frantically trying to find something. So that is a system that works for me. And it doesn't work all the time, but overwhelmingly it's been a really sort of soothing thing for me, because I can take time every evening to sort of work on it for the next day and to decorate it the way I want. And it's really helped me sort of keep all of the things I need to do fresh in my mind for a lot longer. And so ultimately it's been a really positive experience. And legit, this cost me, I think I got this for free, and these are not expensive. You could get one from the dollar store. Super easy. However, for Santi 270, I believe your name is, right? So I have this Adventure Time notebook. It's a journal. I think it's perfect for this. It comes with a pen and a ruler and a clip, just like the one I'm using, except it's Adventure Timey. And it's really cool. I won it in a game development game jam, and I would love to send it to you if you're comfortable giving me your address. I promise I'm not a psycho. I hope this has been helpful. I try to make non-rambly, bizarre tutorials for things that are helpful for people, because gosh, this has been a really hard struggle for me maintaining organization, and I know other people really struggle with it too. So I hope this is helpful, and I will put a link below to some other people, specifically Sarazel on YouTube. Oh my god, she's so cool. She does the most amazing doodles. So whenever I'm out of ideas of I don't really know what I want to draw in this, I will watch her videos and be like, that's the way I want to do that. That's the way I want to do that. There's also a bunch of really great stuff on Pinterest that are just super rad and really help you get ideas for things you want to draw on this. So yes, I hope that's helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!